Greetings from the library again. No, I don't live here. I spend a good amount of time chilling, / doing my homework, / lots of crying. Anyways, let's get started. This week in English, we discussed a research paper by James Gee, which I thought I absolutely hated, but it turned out to be pretty interesting. It discusses discourses and the difference between those natives to a discourse and those who are either choose or are thrust into becoming acclimated to a discourse. The dictionary defines a discourse by literacy or a way of communication, but from what I've gathered through James Gee's writing is that it can apply to so many different things. It's discourse to me is a set of disciplines that define a group of people, whether it be a social group, a political group, an economic group. It falls over so much bigger of a category that where someone needs to be acclimated or learn things about a group in order to feel welcome or accustomed to their way of life. In our second reading, one of the main things that Gee brings up is the difference between an innate or a natural ability versus one that is nurtured or brought upon you as a secondary ability. I found this video that I really like that explains that exposing someone who is learning another language to something that connects them to their primary discourse, whether it be culturally or with their own language, it actually decreases their fluency in the secondary discourse.
Hey guys, Trace here for D News. Cultural immersion is unarguably the best way to learn a new language, but we can totally prevent ourselves from learning that language just by thinking of home. When learning a new language, your brain is writing a whole new neural pathway, creating new patterns and trying to fix those pathways permanently in your gray matter. New research from Columbia University found that prompting someone who is learning a new language with images and reminders of their old culture could temporarily wreck everything that the brain was trying to build. When native Chinese students were asked to converse with a Caucasian avatar versus a Chinese avatar, their English skills were so different. Simply exposing students to a Chinese person affected their ability to speak English. Subjects who talked with the Chinese version felt more comfortable in their speech, but they produced 11% fewer words per minute. They actually became less fluent speakers. To make sure it wasn't at the avatar, researchers also showed people random images of China while the participants told a story. When pictures of their homeland appeared, fluency dropped 16%. And volunteers were 85% more likely to use a literal translation. For example, calling pistachios happy nuts, because that's literally what the Chinese word for pistachios is. The brain is constantly sucking in information, and let's be honest, it's lazy. So when the brain can do something it already knows how to do, it will. In this case, the shortcut is reverting to those old patterns and neural pathways. Culture and communication are a large part of our everyday lives, and those are well-worn pathways, so they're really difficult to alter.
This video connects to Gee's research paper because it highlights the idea that he promotes that if you immerse yourself within your secondary discourse, then it becomes easier to learn and become one with that discourse. Another thing we did in English this week was do grammar lessons. Each group that we always group up with made a lesson through Google Slides that presented some common grammar issues. Well, I thought a few of these were a bit elementary. We did have a good time going back and forth with the class. I think this way of learning and teaching is really good for our communication skills and for the way that we address our class. But it would have been nice to see our group included a step up between what we think are common grammar errors that affect us as college freshmen. Well, that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed my vlog. I'll see you back when Mr. Frank assigns another vlog to do.